YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you my February favorites of 2017. These are just things that I have been really loving this month, and I wanted to share them with you and give you my opinion on them. So if you'd like to see that, stay tuned. Now the first two products I have are face products, and this is the L'Oreal Visible Lift Serum Absolute Sunscreen Broad Spectrum Foundation. I love this. This I feel is on par with a lot of high-end foundations. Excuse me. It goes on smooth. It's a beautiful, wonderful match for my skin tone. It's actually a little bit lighter, which I'm totally okay with because that's how I do my makeup. And it is smooth, wonderful, stays on all day. I love this, and I will definitely be repurchasing this. This has been a phenomenal product all this month. I love it. And the next one I have is the Almay Smart Shade Primer. This primer is like holy grail status for me because I have very dry skin in the winter, in the summer, every time, everywhere I have dry skin. And this is so hydrating. And not only is it hydrating, it also keeps my foundation in place, helps to apply smoothly, color and corrects and brightens and does all that wonderful thing. I love this primer. Anytime someone is just starting out with makeup and they want to try a primer, I suggest this. It is just so good, so good. Definitely a monthly favorite. Then I've got these three things here. I have the NYX HD High Definition Eyeshadow Base. I love this eye primer. It is so good. I tried the Urban Decay primer and it did not work for me at all. What I love about this primer is it leaves a nice base and just defines your eyes and everything like that, and it helps your eyeshadows go on so smooth, and it does have a lot of lasting power. I really love this primer, and it's only like I think $5 at Ulta compared to, I don't know, 20 something that the Urban Decay primer is. I love this primer. I've used it on my eyes. I do it on my lips if I'm doing makeup. If I'm doing my lipstick with just powder with eyeshadow, then I'll do this and it'll stick onto there and look just absolutely amazing. I cannot say enough wonderful things about this primer. It is definitely going to be in my Holy Grail video. I love this thing. It is just so good. Oh my goodness. The next item I have is a concealer. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. Now, I don't have a lot of concealers. I probably should have more because concealing is very important in the makeup game, and I got them bags and everything. But I picked this one up because it was so pale, and I need to try the new, I don't know if it's new, but the Kat Von D one because she's got that white one. I think that would work really well. But I do love this concealer. I use it here, down the nose, under the eye there, and it does brighten considerably. I don't find that it settles into too many lines or anything like that. So I've been using this a whole bunch this month, and I really like the way that it looks and turns out on my skin. Now, I know there is some complaint that this isn't as light as it could be, but I really like it, and I do think it brightens and looks wonderful on my skin. So that is my opinion on this little guy. I really love him. And then I have another product from Urban Decay, the Urban Decay Super Curl Curling Mascara. This mascara is so good. I have really short, stubby baby lashes, and the first time I used this, I remember I put it on and I could literally see my lashes just curling upward. And I was like, that is so amazing. I can literally see the effect. It's black, it's not heavy, it really curls the lashes. You really see the super curl. You can see it pushing the lashes upward as you use this. And this is definitely one of my absolute favorite mascaras. I think it just works absolutely wonderfully. Very good, wonderful product. And then the last face products that I have are one from Too Faced, and this is the Too Faced Baked Luminous Glow Bronzer in Sweet Tea. Now, I am not a huge bronzer person. It just isn't something that I do. I prefer to have my face very pale. I will sometimes contour like I've got going on today, and that is actually what I use this for. Now what I love about it is a very, very light bronzer. It's not exceptionally intense. It does have a little bit of shimmer, which I like, and it looks very natural, and it's very easy to build up. Like if I can dip my brush in there and put it across my cheek, it isn't this streak of darkness. I can build it up and make it look natural or make it look more intense down the sides, and I just love this. I feel like it is a bronzer or contour shade that would work, just works really, really well for people with paler, fairer skin. And I think that this is a not so good for people of darker complexions, things like that. But if you have pale skin and you want a not very intimidating bronzer or a very nice subtle contour shade, this would be really good for you. I have been using it a whole bunch this month because it's December, not December, in the winter time. So we've got to make it all nice. So I really, really love this product. I will definitely repurchase it. And I love the name Sweet Tea. I remember when I got it, this was when the new Peach Bellini blush came out, and I was like, does it smell like sweet tea? No, it smells like makeup. So this is good. I love this. Then I have this powder from Japanesque. This is the Velvet Touch Finishing Powder. Oh, this powder is so good. Let me just, here's the packaging, so pretty. And this was just kind of, I never tried anything from Japanesque before, but this is so good. It is just super soft. I mean, really, when they say velvet, they mean velvet. And one of the main things that I like about it and why I've been using it so much, especially this month, is it is so fair. Like, it really, it's white. It's friggin' white, and it's not translucent, so it translates very pale on my skin, which is something that I like. That's what I go for in my makeup. And so when you have a really good quality powder that actually does do the white on your face, it makes me really, really happy, and I absolutely love this powder. It is phenomenal, and definitely something that if you're into that, you should try to pick up. I love it. On to palettes. I have 4 makeup palettes that I have been using pretty heavily this month. So let's see. The first one, which has been in everyone's favorite video ever since it came out. I was kind of late onto the bandwagon, but the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. This palette is just all kinds of gorgeousness. When I saw this, I know people on YouTube are like, oh, warm, beautiful, wonderful tones. And when I saw it in the store, I literally looked at it and was like, that's going to be a really good makeup vampire palette. And my friend was like, what? And I was like, all them reds make your eyes look dead like a vampire. This is my jam. This is my vampire jam. And so I really wanted to have this, and I do use it for my vampire makeup when I'm skewing in that way, but I also use it to do natural looks. I love this orange. All the reds are beautiful. The shimmers are gorgeous. Probably my favorites are Love Letter, Venetian Red, Red Ochre, let's see here, and Real Gar. And just, oh, those are so beautiful. I can't get enough of this palette. I am so glad that they made it permanent. I think that was a very smart move on their part, because this palette was just so well received. Everyone loved it. Everyone was dying to get their hands on it, and I was definitely one of them and have been using it so much this month. I absolutely love this baby. So nice. The next palette I have is this Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. Now, I watched Kimberly Clark's anti-haul, and this was on it, and she had a very sound argument not to get this because it was limited edition, the swatches weren't so good, we knew it wasn't going to be as high quality as a regular palette that would be permanent palette in the collection, but I bought it anyway. It was kind of a impulse buy because I thought it was just going to be on the Urban Decay site. I didn't know they were selling it at Ulta. So I went with my friend and it was there and I grabbed it, and I love this palette. It may not be as pigmented as a lot of Urban Decay, but when you're dealing with this kind of colors, I think that that's okay, that they aren't so crazy pigmented that you do one swipe and you've got this of color all over your eye. This way you can work with it and build the color up rather than dealing with a streak of freakishly intense pigment. And I think it is just so versatile. Of the colors that I've used, the only disappointing shade that I've dealt with is this bump shade, which go watch Kimberly Clark's video to hear her rant about that. It is kind of stupid, but this white, it just, the swatch isn't very good, and it didn't translate well onto my brush. And then if it didn't translate well onto my brush, it didn't do well onto my eye. I was just very let down with that shade. But all the other ones I have been very happy with. This, let's see here, Calavera shade, this yellow one, the Metamorphosis, which is also in the Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass palette. Blindsided, I love Minx. I used this one in my Ravenclaw makeup look, and this one was just so stunning. And so far, I've just really liked it, and I've been reaching for it. I find a lot more than I thought, and a lot during this month. So I really love this palette, and I'm very happy that I picked it up, and it's been a favorite this month. So yeah, this is phenomenal. Then the next palette will come as no surprise to you. This is the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette. I cannot get enough of this palette. I am so happy that I spent my money on this thing. This is in my top, my favorite limited edition palettes. Go be sure to check out that video. This palette is just so good, and it is so versatile. It has all those fun kind of muted pops of color, but then it has these neutrals that you can do that and do a nice neutral look and then amp it up with these shadows. I have just been loving the heck out of this palette. I cannot get enough of it. The pigmentation is wonderful. I absolutely love the color selection that we've got going on here. It is just absolutely stunning. Those three colors look really good. Absolutely stunning, and I enjoy playing with this. I feel very inspired when I look at it, and it was just definitely one that I reached for a lot during this month, and I cannot get enough of this, and I'm so happy that I bought it. Then last but not least, we have this Tartist Pro palette. I adore this palette, and I don't have a lot by Tarte. I actually sold a bunch of my Tarte palettes that I wasn't using, but I do have the original Tartelette and the Tartelette and Bloom palette, and I really like those. And when this one came out, I went hog wild on this because I saw it, trying not to blind everybody. I saw it and I love the collection of colors. You had the reds, you had the purples, you had the neutrals, and then the fact that they included the shimmery shades that are like foiled shadows. I was so on board with this, and I have been using the heck out of this thing. I love it so much. It is absolutely beautiful. The pigmentation is amazing. The colors, the blendability. This is just an amazing palette, and if you do not already have it, please run out and go get this. I love it. Can't get enough. You can do super dramatic looks. It's got those reds that I like for my kind of dead, vampire, whatever looks that I go for. Neutrals when I have to go somewhere where I can't look like I normally do. And then the other colors to just punch it up. I mean, this one right here, this trendy shade. Oh my goodness. It actually looks a lot like Makeup Geek's Insomnia and Urban Decay's Lounge. So if you don't have one of those, pick this up and you'll get that shade. It is just absolutely amazing. I cannot rave about this enough, and I've been using it a whole crap ton this month. I love it. It is so beautiful. Well, that about does it. Thank you guys for watching my monthly favorites. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what you've been loving this month. If any of these were your favorites, be sure to let me know. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe, because I love all my lovely subscribers. And I will continue to post videos for you, and I'm going to be doing very soon some makeup tutorial looks. So if you've seen any looks in any of my videos on my Instagram or on my Facebook that you're interested in me doing a tutorial on, let me know. And as always guys, give me videos ideas and keep it real.